to start streaming on three, two, one. If you're
Howdy, Ray.
Hello, Fred. Welcome back. It's been a minute.
No, it hasn't. What are you talking about?
It's
This
been
is
3 weeks.
This is part 7. Last time was part 6. It
Yeah.
was only a second.
Yes, exactly. It was only a second if your span of time is measured in 3 weeks.
This is not a live broadcast. Who are you kidding?
All right, that's working good. Just give me a second before we get into any action to actually get over to my setup because I was setting up OBS. Because the past few times where I had like everything pre-gamed, OBS was doing odd things. Like when I was doing my Metal Gear streams, I was like scheduling the streams, and for some reason, I guess I didn't click something right. So I wanted to eliminate that problem.
Make sure that wasn't a possibility. I understand.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's probably a myriad of technical difficulties that we'll get into. Unable to join the match. Oh boy.
Off to a roaring.
I
good
told you.
start.
Did I in the midst of me saying like something's gonna go down with the technology.
Oh, something's about to happen.
Are you playing alone? Well, okay.
Nothing wrong with
Jade's
playing with
being held
yourself.
hostage at the
I mean,
museum.
playing by yourself.
Well,
And then playing with yourself.
Just don't go blind, all right?
Biggest outpost in Sector Zero.
Fred's gonna be trying
I gotta
bits
get in
tonight.
there.
I don't think I could put my own eye out with the thing.
Worse.
Fred's trying too hard to do bits tonight, folks. I'm just looking to
Little bit.
talk and play.
I'm
And he's doing
tired. I'm tired and I'm trying to keep my energy up.
Fred is tired. He's tired at 8:11 p.m. We get this man
Jade's
energy
being held
drink.
hostage at the museum.
Let's hope this works.
I open every day. This is when I go to bed. I'm lucky that I have a day off tomorrow.
Fred has the constitution of waking up at the same time as like an old elderly Jewish man standing outside
I'm
of
like
like
a
bagel
fucking
place.
kitten.
Yeah.
I just fall asleep where I stand. I fall over if I choose.
I've been in mid conversation with Fred sometimes late in the evening, and I could. What the fuck is going on with this shit? And I was gonna say you just start purring, and then I'm like, okay, Fred's tired.
Jade's being held hostage at the museum.
All right.
Snore.
Choices
I
the
can't
place was
purr.
originally
Listen,
built as a fortress. And
The
now
more
it's
you try to
Russia's
make a
biggest
good bit, though,
outpost
the
in
more I'm
Sector
gonna be
Zero.
like, I'm gonna
I gotta
Tom
get in there
Green
before
and be a
Jade gets hurt.
scumbag, and
Or kill him.
Be a scumbag.
I'm gonna. People are gonna squirm listening to. Why am I not able to join this fucking? Shit. All right, here, and let
See,
me.
it's because you're not playing into the bits. We're not making a connection.
Yeah, we're not playing Red's Bit Switcher. Quite interesting. Okay, listen. Bit shit, nitwit, tit, mit, hit from Knight
Limerick?
Rider. Remember? Yeah,
Hit.
there was a lady from Nantucket too, somewhere
Jade's
around.
being held hostage at the museum.
Come on,
Troy says
guys.
the place was-
Come on, you fucking Slovenian servers. Maybe the server farm for this game is getting bombed right now.
Maybe.
Fucking.
Where is Techland? Are they Ukrainian?
No,
What the
but
fuck? I'm climbing the light pole.
they're in Eastern. Well, I believe they're Polish, but you got to imagine that they probably have some cheap ass servers.
I mean, imagine how the Poles feel right now. Like they see like the Euro Bros like starting to like get nippy at each other. The fucking Limeys are bothering the Ruskies again, and like the Poles are just sitting there, just like fuckers better not. Fuck off.
Friend, I'm gonna do something drastic. I think I'm gonna
Jade's
restart
being
my
held hostage
console,
at the
and
museum.
we're gonna retry this. Because,
God damn.
Yeah, I mean-
DEFCON 2.
well, I mean, it's better than the you keep sending invites, and I keep getting the unable to join thing.
Very bizarre.
It is bizarre.
I got a wired connection, so.
Me too.
No, yeah, my Xbox One is the wired one because my Xbox Series is the unwired one.
All right, please work.
How was your day?
Well, it was pretty good. I've been drinking a little bit of that Murphy Stout. I was telling Fred about it. It's not that, they haven't even paid me to shill it, but I will anyways because I like stouts. This is a nice, kind of Guinness-like beer. It's got the little what is it, the nitro kind of can in the bottom, the little
Oh yeah,
puck, whatever the fuck it's called.
yeah. They got the little nitrogen like baggy.
Yeah.
I just wonder how those works. But like nothing wrong with talking about a beer you like. No, I fucking love. Mm, almost like 90% of the stuff that I touch is that 10%.
Fred likes those ice beers too, when
The eyes of the
when you're a
world have been
Pontiac.
glued.
Right now, I'm the dad trying to lose weight. I got a fucking can of Michelob in front of me, but then also I got a half-filled bottle of Stewart's orange juice and a bottle of rum if I end up having bad intentions later.
Oh Jesus! All right, well,
But don't worry, it's a good bottle of rum. It's not
yeah. What's
gross or
the
anything.
what's the maker?
Augie Dollar Gold Rum, an aged blend of Caribbean rums.
All right, Mr.
It's probably low on somebody's totem pole, but it doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, well, you gotta realize there's kind of like snobs, like when you go on Beer
Well,
Advocate. And
well, when you have something bad, you can tell it's bad. Like I've had bad like liquor
yeah,
of like liquors I specifically choose only because I like them.
but like
It's like sometimes you
Yeah.
just gotta admit, yeah, somebody tried to make a bottle of like tequila and ended up making vodka or paint thinner. Like beer, if you get a bad one, you're like, fuck. If you get a good one, you're like, oh, these are like the rest. Then you get like the really good ones that make you go, oh, I'm gonna forget about you and I'm gonna forget something important.
not to interrupt your beautiful soliloquy, Fred, but I did want to say a minute ago, Beer Advocate. My problem with them is that they'll like generally they're fine for like the craft beers, but you'll go like just to see, oh, what do they give something like, what are you drinking, Michelob, and they'll have like a fucking 35% on there. And I'm like, okay, this is not gonna like win any competitions, but it should be
Yeah.
at least like a 6 out of 10. It's fine. It's
Yeah, give it a 5. Give it a
Yeah.
5 because like calling an okay beer terrible is just disingenuous snobbery.
yeah. Hey,
It's like calling like, oh, you
Yeah.
ready for an invite?
Yes, please.
Chase play Zombies on Fire game music. Okay, here we go. Ow.
Please, God, please work. Please, please, please fucking work.
Come on,
you're
you crotchety bastard. I know you're not that cynical.
Hey,
Jade's being held hostage at the museum.
you were saying something though
Troy says
about
the
the
place was originally
snobbery.
built as a fortress, and
I
now
agree.
it's Rice's biggest
Oh,
outpost in
well,
Sector
it's
Zero.
like getting a
Gotta
sommelier
get in before
and
Jade
like
gets
they
hurt.
dock points on like a
Killed.
mass-produced
Worse.
beer, like mass-produced fucking sommelier wine. Couldn't get the word out.
Yeah.
But like say if like you give like a like high-class sommelier something like what's cheap and Yellowtail or some shit. They'd probably like take a sip and just spit it out to like, "Ugh, I wouldn't even feed this to my dog."
Yeah, there's unfortunately a lot of, and especially wine, because you can get like some pretty good wines for under $20 a bottle, and you get these assholes. Yeah, unable to join the match. I hate to ask you, but do you maybe think it might be something on your end?
I don't
Jade's being
know.
held hostage at the museum.
I mean,
Troy says the place was originally built as a
I
fortress.
mean, I
and
could
now
try
it's
resetting
Rice's
my
biggest outpost.
console. Is that gonna kill the stream? No, it wouldn't.
it's just gonna. Hey, let me just restart the game one more time. I don't wanna fuck up your stream. I'm just
No. I can
I-
restart the console. Don't even worry
okay.
about it.
What a fucking bunch of bullshit. We're finally streaming it now. Can't get the fucking thing to work. Well, hey, this is what happens when you do it live. I have a feeling I could literally be plugged in with a LAN connection that's with like directly to Fred's console, and still somehow this shit wouldn't run. because it's like, you know, it'd make too much sense for everything to work. uh,
Jade's being held hostage at the museum. Troy says the place was originally built as a fortress, and now it's Rice's biggest outpost in Sector Zero.
alright.
I gotta get in there before
Well, I
Jade
believe
gets
Fred
hurt,
reset his console.
killed, or worse.
We'll see him in a minute. Yeah. Well, folks, you know, we're at the time of year in the gaming industry where we're just looking forward to things. I mean, I'm looking forward to early next month, literally just over a couple of weeks from now, the Switch 2 reveal. Correct? Well, I mean, it's already been revealed that there's a Switch 2, but actually showing off the games and maybe some of the features of the console, release date, which, I mean, the rumor mill has kind of been talking about potentially as early as May, which, I mean, I could see Nintendo doing something that crazy, but honestly, I think the June release date is probably more likely. June's going to be a pretty stacked month. I mean, whether the Switch 2 launches in May or June, I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of launch window games. Like, I don't know, Metroid Prime 4, will that be a launch window game? I'm still surprised we never got Prime 2 and 3 dropped. Surprised, like, you know, even if they didn't give it necessarily the same makeover that they gave to the Prime 1 remaster, you know? But we'll see. It's all up in the air at the moment. Alright, I think I got Alright, Fred invited me to a party. I believe I should be on there now. You know, the beauty of technology is the fact that it's a complete shit show when you want when you want it to work. It doesn't actually. I don't know. Can you, Fred, hear me? Oh boy. All right. I don't think Fred can hear me. Hello there.
Door's working again.
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello.
Right.
Hello.
But can I skip this?
Hello. 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 Oh shit. Oh, you gotta love
Let me
this.
skip.
Fred's saying let me skip. I'm saying he can't hear
Oh.
me. God damn
Hey,
it.
are you muted?
No, Fred, I am not muted. I'm just... I can hear you, but apparently my audio's not coming through, so give me a second.
Why can't I hear anything?
Ah, gotta love this.
Eat steak. Now apparently my controller batteries die. Ray's mic isn't
Hello?
working now.
I think... Oh, please, God, please work.
What the hell?
Hello there? Hello? Can you hear me?
This is
Hello? Hello?
this is a tragic comedy. What the fuck?
Hello there? Testing, test. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Well, y'all free.
Well, I could do this. This is not ideal.
If you're talking, I can't hear a word.
Oh boy.
It's just silly. This is. I'm sorry, you old bastard. I love you. I really do. You're a prick. I don't know what else to do. Oh, this is rich.
Must be a way out of it.
Hey, Ray, what's going on? Yeah, what happened? We had it working. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Who makes those airdrops anyway?
Testing, testing. I think it might be really loud when I join. Fred, please keep your literally take off your headset when I rejoin the party because I don't want to blow your eardrums. Right? Just adjust. Dude. I am being serious. You might have irreparable hearing damage, dude. I All right. Well, I sent you the invite. Um. Uh. All right.
Okay.
Is it? Can you hear me?
Okay, actually, like automatically stop the. It didn't let you blow my eardrums out.
All right, but it's I can adjust it. I just if you need me.
I can hear you just fine. Let's start this.
Okay,
and see if it
let me just
works.
hold on. I gotta reconnect my controller because of course the time.
Or anything else goes wrong.
Fucking Christ. Well, actually, we're not in the same game yet. We're back to square one.
Don't we gotta start these streams like after we actually join the game with each other. We
Yeah.
can't keep doing this thing where we get ready and join at the beginning of the stream.
This is
because it
this
leads to
has got to be one of the worst delays though, other than that Dead Space video.
the airtime has been filled up with me laughing at the impossibility.
Oh, I
of
heard
what's
you.
going on right
I
now.
heard you. You're talking to your cat like you're fucking Arthur Morgan talking to his horse.
Oh Jesus!
All right,
No, I broke boards.
Fred, send me the invite again. And folks, we're slightly sorry for our fuck up. I mean, I don't know who at Microsoft decided to make it this convoluted to like have a fucking.
No, I don't apologize because I'm not fucking PewDiePie. I don't have $1 million to spend on a fucking goddamn PC with an audio setup that should be used at a fucking recording studio.
Well, you've got a laptop mic that you can hear your farts in.
I have this.
Because you're a cheap stuffered SOB.
Chair.
What was that?
I said my setup's on a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in the game. Oh my god.
You.
Ray. Oh, what? Ah, God. Oh my god. All right, Ray, let's do something even more stupid. Let's turn it into a drinking game. Every time we die, we take a shot.
I'm good.
I know.
That would be fun though. It'd be our last.
No, I think I'd be gone.
That'd be our last stream.
One of these days, while our livers still work, we do have to do a stream like that.
All right, Fred, you lead the way, my.
I am. Okay, let me get my bearings. All right.
So let's smell out the
I'm
profits.
a little bit shell shocked after what just happened. I cannot believe that things went this wrong so early.
The last time I heard you this tongue twisted was when that robot dude did the Sam Hyde thing. You were
Bemusement in puzzle.
Yes.
I guess you would call it.
Sometimes Fred's silence is deafening.
It means something caught me off guard.
It does. He is.
Usually, if I imagine something catching me off guard, usually it's a situation where either something has
like a
across
stream.
my brain.
Yeah.
Well, usually it's either something that has come across my brain that I have never thought of, never expected, nor would I ever have, or it's a situation where I am staring at a bear and I'm in the woods and I don't know what to do. Those are the only times I ever get caught off guard. If I'm in serious danger or if I am flabbergasted.
You are the danger.
I am the one who cocks.
You are the.
Ow. Dying.
You're a real man, Fred. More of a man than Jack Murphy. Was that the one that got caught for being like the alpha dude that turned out to like have like fairly.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, the guy with the perfectly kempt, like specifically dyed beard. Because you know that fucking beard wasn't real. Nobody has just like a single patch of perfect hair right down the middle, unless you're like a mutant.
Well, it might have been all the jism. It just stained it.
It could have been all the jizz staining his beard.
Yeah.
Those dildos up his ass.
Remember though, he's an alpha.
I don't care where you're from. Get your ass out of here, or I'll stop being so fucking polite.
Listen, I know you're
thank you.
out of the slums. There's a girl who came through, Jade.
I think you better get the hell out of here.
No, just listen. I cut Rise up, and now his whole goddamn gang is after me. I could use some cooperation here.
You're the one who chopped Rice's hand off?
All right, everybody.
Yeah, and now I have to get to Sector 0.
What's your
Yeah, it sounds better. Whatever he did.
Crane? You're in for some heartbreak if you think going to Sector 0 will get you off Rice's shit.
Well, the audio recorded by the Elgato is going to sound fine no matter what. Most times.
No, that's but you are still using the laptop microphone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred is sometimes you know, Jewish when it comes to see.
I like, if I can achieve quality by my own means, I like to try.
Hey, I'd like to take some credit. That computer you got a good deal on, and that microphone is actually.
This computer should not be as strong as it is.
But honestly, that microphone is probably better than like most budget lapel mics. To be quite honest, it's.
It kind of upsets me that it sounds better and more crisp after using the lapel mic for so long and it finally breaking. I still don't know why it broke. Like, I never mistreated it. I never threw it.
You know, made in a sweatshop by some like 5-year-old. They just didn't thread that one line of copper enough.
the little Asian boy hair holding everything together just finally broke and the semiconductor blew or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know machines.
Or it's like those Pakistani like goat fuckers. They use like the goat hair after they fuck it up the ass, and it's just Jesus Christ.
I used a little tiny baby foreskin to hold the lapel mic together.
Oy vey, Fred.
Oy vey, use this little piece of a baby dick. Where am I leading you? I'm just leading you in circles.
Do you think is that the big difference? Is that why the Jews and Muslims have such issues? It's like, yeah, if you're Jewish, we bite off your.
It's two sets of perverts on either side. Like, dude, your fetish is fucking weird.
Yeah.
What do you mean my fetish is weird? Yours is weird.
You cut off women's clit. Oh no, you bite off baby's penis skin with your mouth. Let's just nuke them. Oh, shit, you got me cynical like you, Fred. Fuck it.
Fuck kids. You fuck kids too.
Hold on, I'm gonna do it on Mighty Lolly. That's the point. These people are fucking retards. Was that good, Fred? Did that capture his enunciation a little bit?
A little more sarcastic.
That
sounded a little more like a cunt. Wait, this isn't the guy who... Oh, he opened the...
Okay, we'll get you to...
You fucking... This guy looks like something you'd see in like a 2007 Linkin Park music video in the background, getting kicked in the face.
It looks like Fred Durst.
It does!
Knock at the door that leads to
I hope that wasn't too loud.
It's just a backwards baseball.
Whenever I see a backwards...
No, see, secretly somewhere in the credits, like there was an unused Limp Bizkit song, and he still got rights to be in the game.
I mean, I'm not like, let me just say this. This is getting like in the weeds, but I think it's a good topic. I'm not like overly judgmental when it comes to like if someone wears how they wear a baseball cap, but I feel like that way of wearing a baseball cap should like be phased out by the time you hit like junior high. Like once you get past like 15 years old, you should not be wearing a baseball cap that way, unless you've got a really good.
I mean, it is the quintessential douche look now, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe it's become tainted. That might be the problem. I think it's kind of like,
if you're an athlete, I can understand you wearing a backwards baseball cap.
But it's sort of like the people that wore visors back in like the early aughts. It was like those like yuppie, like boomer wealth fund, hedge fund managing golf aficionados who have destroyed the economy and like, you know, probably fucked like corpses in their spare time type deals. And then these are the ones that are still kicking after like, you know, having a drug fueled 60s and 70s decade, and then they're going to shit on people because they support someone like Trump. You know, those kind of, well, let me destroy the country and like also shit on you while I laugh at your suffering. I'm sorry to keep going after the boomers, because I know obviously that there's decent baby boomers, like especially the poor bastards that got basically fucked over to put.
You can't deny like how much got up due to them being like, well, I got mine. Nobody gets theirs.
Well, the problem is like even within their own generation, it's like, I mean, I kind of feel this way being a millennial, but it's like I know my generation has issues, but like,
severe fucking issues. I hate most like millennials.
But a lot of that was like the hands we were dealt, you know. which doesn't excuse.
I didn't really get much opportunity to avoid the track that I'm on right now.
Wow.
That-
There's some,
true.
yeah, there's some, that is actually a fairly true statement. I mean, there's some thing, I don't want to get into the weeds on that, Fred. There's some things I feel like, not to lecture you, but I'm like, oh yeah, you should do this or that. And I get the kind of ... RPG response. I'm like, okay. Well, I know. We don't have to, let's listen. I'm just
Keep broaching the topic.
I'm sorry. Listen, I want to say that.
Supposed to go.
Can I say this about our generation, Fred?
Oh, through here.
Can I say this about our generation?
Go right on ahead.
We were given a bad hand, but we also had like some of the most insufferable people, like sort of coddling our generation. At the same time,
Yeah, for sure.
a lot of us became those insufferable people. And like that's why Gen Z is so fucked up. But on the other hand, the one thing I'll give Gen Z credit for is their ability to smell out like the just sheer stupidity of it all. The problem with them is the problem with Gen Z, I don't know if you see this, Fred, because you have some colleagues in your undisclosed, profession that are younger, right? Without getting too specific. Do you notice that, like, yeah, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's complete bullshit. And you're like, wow, I'm impressed you guys realize that. But then there's like something that's like really clearly bullshit, and they just don't pick up on it because of like their own issues as a generation. Like, a lot of these, like, I feel like gimmicks, like like the people that watch Hassan, which are fucking usually retards. But do you know what I'm saying? Do you know? Did my audio cut out?
No, I'm still listening.
Or like the people that watch, like, who's on the right that's like that? Like people who watch Daily Wire, like some of these, like these people that, yeah, shit like that. It's like, okay, there's obviously some entertainment in like even cuck like Ben Shapiro occasionally, but the problem is they're not good people. Like there should be a higher quality of person giving that kind of commentary.
Why do we always have to excuse the shitty person just because they are quote unquote?
Oh, the Tates! The Tates! That's what I'm thinking of.
The Tates, the Logan brothers. I guess they're trying to come off as like conservative now. It's just fucking. It's tiring. They're all charlatans, and the only reason these people are getting any amount of attention and goodwill is because they have a lot of fucking money, and it annoys me to no end because it's so obvious that this isn't about politics. It's about fucking greed.
Yeah, it's about greed, and it's a group of people that have never actually struggled.
Yeah,
their struggles are artificial.
They literally got the lucky role of the parent who was either born into money themselves or like got given a nest egg by their parents and decided instead of like blowing it all, just like actually making something of their lives.
It's amazing though, like especially at the.
Dad, it's Mr. Crane.
Hello there.
Shot people.
Well, small world.
Delwood, we need to talk about your.
Oh, this dude.
Sorry about the well.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
These guys are pretty serious about following their procedures.
This guy's got the trustability of a Zelensky.
We are done.
That's not the point.
So what is?
Look,
You
just
got
give me a
something in
weapon.
mind?
It would be totally
Let's
cool,
talk
bro.
about gun,
You shot people, dude. Look.
Hey, at least he's got a
Give me
suit
weapon,
on.
it'll
At
be totally
least,
cool, bro.
at least he's got a suit on though.
Hey, little kid. Oh, he's got a master for bitch.
Okay, from here on out, you're on your own. The route is marked. I'll stay in touch.
All right, we've got the Middle Eastern voice actor pack tonight. Sometimes we'll get the more kind of like Latin voice actor pack.
We need to do this one by one.
All probably voiced by
Same guy.
industry regulars.
I don't make the rules. Right here.
Yeah. This is great.
I got it. I got your joke because there's a grate that they opened.
sound like Dark Side Phil for a second.
I don't have the ack down though. He does like a snort and then he does a ack. Well, Fred, it was pretty punny, you know, punny. Alright.
Got the flashlight button for a sec.
Ooh. Wow, this is the looks like the cervix of a OnlyFans model we're about to enter. Actually, this is far too
It'd be
clean.
more raw and blown out. This hasn't seen any use in years. It's like an OnlyFans model that turned 60. Actually 40.
No,
30.
you know what though, Fred? There's
25.
no. Well, on that's true on one hand, but then there's probably like a whole different group of like fucking degenerates that are there's got to be like some elderly ass bitch on OnlyFans, like some.
The surface is all these cutesy like cooking videos, and then you pay in thinking it's gonna be something nice, and then she's flashing her brown eye to your 5-year-old when you thought it was a brownie commercial.
Here you go, young man. Here's some brownies. Jeez.
Congratulations, Mom. You turned your son gay.
That's another problem with Gen Z. They didn't realize that there's free porn. Like ubiquitous.
There's something that like kind of fucks me off. like you have all these average bitches, and it's like you pay in to see them. That's what you pay for.
Like I know that there's some like I know that the porn industry has like some sharp like shitty people in there, but it's like first of all, like really, I mean that you could say that's pretty much any field. My problem is it's like these OnlyFans women are basically just they probably are managed by a pimp, just like the fucking like a prostitute.
That's like that Jack Doherty, like how he's always got a fucking skank who immediately when you look in his description is tied to an OnlyFans account. That guy's a fucking pimp.
Did you ever see that one clip where somebody got really close to him when he didn't have his guards around?
Ooh, man, I would have loved to been that guy.
He didn't actually do anything.
Nobody ever fucking kicks his ass.
He didn't actually do anything. He just made him feel uncomfortable, which
well, it's
he
like,
deserved.
Oh, he actually brought this up, and it's like I'm like, I don't want to be the guy who's like the first on scene, just like I'm doing a call to violence. That's not what I'm doing here. But like while he actually brought that up, like how many times are we gonna be in these situations where everybody's gonna say, "Oh, I wish they kicked his ass," or like, "Man, motherfucker, if I were there, like I'd do so much stuff," and it's like, no, you fucking wouldn't. Stop fucking lying to yourself. You're never gonna be that guy. If you want to be that guy, fucking prove it.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is at the end of the
thing with Johnny Somali. I know for a fact I would want to fucking kick his fucking ass if given the opportunity. Would I? I don't know.
that dude still like keeps reappearing, but from what I heard is it's like he is likely going to be getting a lengthy jail sentence.
Big boy time. Big boy time, thank God.
Yeah.
That's what Japan should do. It's another thing. Like, Japan should really do something about the situation with these nuisance streamers. Yeah, they really should. They should arrest these guys and give them big boy time. No, I think it's too harsh.
Yeah.
No, fuck them.
They
went over there just to cause a fucking issue. They're not good people. Give them big boy time. Well, I think the United States should handle things like this. No. They went over there on purpose to make a nuisance of themselves and cause civil distress.
And if that'd be for Japan's justice system to handle. Otherwise, that'd become extraterritoriality, which is something that actually was like a big problem in the 20th century.
Everybody's so wishy-washy about like saying things but never doing them, or like saying, oh, they should deserve consequences, but when it finally comes and you got to pay the piper. They're like, well, maybe just let them off with a slap on the wrist.
No, because they're fucking up. They're fucking up Japan's tourism, first of all, and secondly, they're creating
Well,
a
it's like
lot
they're
of.
doing it, and they know there's no consequences. You have to show them that there are consequences. That there are consequences, or this stuff is still gonna keep going on.
The problem too is like Japan is still what we consider to be a high trust society. That's why it's like often considered like
It's an insult. It's an insult to people who just want to be left alone. And much like America, nobody can seem to fucking leave well enough alone.
the point
happened to just staying in your own lane.
The point I would follow up with what you're saying, though. I mean, what you're saying is correct, but my point is like, you know, our society in the United States, sadly, in a lot of places, is no longer what we call a high trust society. Like, there's
poison.
Yeah, can I complete my sentence? Okay, thanks. But Japan is still a high trust society in most places. But the reason why it stays that way is that they know, like, they can separate the wheat from the chaff. And there are parts of Japan where they say no tourists allowed at certain businesses. And that's no longer just like for like traditional hot springs and stuff. It's now extending into like what used to be popular tourist sites. So Japan is seeing what you have to do to limit like your society from becoming a low trust society. And sadly, you know, it's going to affect tourists, you know, and it's going to affect how the Japanese, already a very kind of insular society, how it affects, like, you know, dealing with the world, which is sad because there's so many good people that go to Japan out of just, you know, curiosity or like respect.
I can't imagine how much this must suck for the foreigners who live in Japan, or who, like, the people who are like who have Japanese citizenship or dual citizenship.
Yeah.
Like they must be miserable. I've seen stories where it's like these people have been like, my local bar that I've been going to for years, that everybody who knows who I am, like who knows me, that bar just didn't let me through the door because I look too much like a white guy.
Yeah. Now, in all fairness, you know, Japan is, you know, sort of had a long-standing, I'd say, like, Japan. The problem with Japan is, like, on one hand, I completely understand, and they have the right to do that. On the other hand, it's like, you know, Japan, it's sort of like when we talk about their developers, it's like we try screaming from the rafters in a lot of cases about like the censorship, and then meanwhile they've basically like opened up the floodgates to those enemies of like their fans, and it's like it takes literally like oh shit, oh fuck,
what the fuck did we just get killed by?
We got Mike Pence.
I don't think it was electricity. I think things were shooting at us.
That might be true too. But my point is, it's like, unfortunately, like, I think, you know, you and I, like, if someone in Japan was to listen to us, we have accurately diagnosed the problem. The problem is, it's not like we're going to get that, like, ability to, like, say, hey, here's, oh, fuck. No, I think Fred, I think it's double. I think we are getting shot and we're getting shocked at the same time.
No, it's not electrified. I just made it to the end.
Okay.
Those things just pack a fucking punch for some reason. They must be the volatiles, like the big ones, you know. But yeah, like that is kind of the crux of the issue. Like we'll never be in any sort of position to tell these people, like, hey, maybe do this idea, maybe this should work, or maybe this, that, and the third.
Like the British dude in Shogun, we would be like that dude, like basically like saying, hey, this is, you know, like, just here's some advice, like these are the kind of people that are making it a living hell for you guys to yeah, I keep dying as soon as I hit the water.
Yeah, they got machine guns. Okay, they're not the volatiles, they're just Rise's guys with big old guns.
Well, if we were doing that drinking game that you suggested at the start of the of us,
that's why I told you it was a bad idea.
I'd be like fucking keeled over right now. All right, well, hey, this is how I got in there.
Out a little bit. Yay! Join me for the slaughter.
Ooh, look at you, Mr. Shotgun.
Think I'm gonna give him any chances? No, fuck him. I'm gonna use buckshot.
Now there's a great movie. Almighty Lolly's, isn't his friend Shota, right? Isn't that what he calls himself? Just that.
Yeah.
Imagine like a gritty like Tarantino film starring him, Shota with a shotgun.
The shot. Oh man. It's just a little boy.
Oh no!
It's just a little kid running around shooting people in the knee.
He's on Epstein Island.
Oh god! That'd be amazing. That one of the kids broke loose. Now he's gonna get some payback.
But he's got
backwards.
He's got like the disposition of like a 40-year-old Yakuza gang leader. He's like smoking a cigarette.
Cigarettes. Yeah. So we're back here again. Things never seem to change.
It turns out that's how Stephen Hawking died. He like fucking did what Big Boss did to Zero at the end of fucking Metal Gear Solid 4. Like he just walks up behind him.
No, it's like the scene from Scanners. His head pops like a fucking balloon.
Oh fuck.
Where are we supposed to? Is it in here? Okay, we gotta go up, I guess.
Do you remember? Yeah, I think we got to go up. Do you remember when Hillary Clinton, when she was running against Trump, had like some weird medical episode that got covered up by the media? She was basically like shaking into her van. Did you ever
saw several of those
Yeah.
instances? There was not just one. There was one where she hacked a whole fucking green glob of phlegm into her fucking glass.
The one where she like collapsed into the van though? I just picture like Shota with a shotgun is at the Epstein headquarters and he's got like some command room with all like the like like the.
Ma'am, Epstein's been arrested. Oh no!
It turns out he killed Epstein.
Oh, no!
It's like the Shadow Broker.
That's the ending. His revenge went too far. Look at what you did, Shota. Now nobody gets justice.
But no, it's like he's become the Shadow Broker now. He is the Epstein.
Oh no!
We're fucking deranged.
Sad ending to Shota with a shotgun.
But then there's like
back here again. Never seems to change.
Then it's like Protege fights him in some like emotional fucking Naruto anime fight.
Wally comes and fights him. Shota, you're being kind of a prick here, you should stop.
Barely made it out alive.
Lolly with a lawn chair. But it's actually a rocket launcher, but it's how they say it in Metal Slug, so it sounds like they're saying
rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher.
Keep your fingers crossed for
I beat Metal Gear 2 again today. I'm kind of like practicing for when I eventually stream it.
Did you what are you? So are you probably playing through on normal, and when you actually do it for real, you're gonna do it on hard, or did you already bust your balls?
I don't think I'm gonna do that for Metal Gear. They're hard enough as is.
Yeah.
It's a game that I rarely play, so it's not a control scheme that I'm constantly using.
Mm.
There's few games like that I would willingly say, let's jack up the difficulty.
They ambushed me and I barely
Like
got past
DMC.
them.
That game, a lot of fun. I played that game a fuck ton. I was like, let's test my metal.
Other than 2, you treated that game like it was. I mean, look, I agree with most of your opinion on 2. I think I don't know if you'd admit this. I think you were a little bit harsher on 2 than you needed to be at times.
Well, it's because for the beginning of like all of it, it was stone boredom. Like it was so easy. I felt like I was just going through the motions. And then there was just
I'm not suffering enough.
those final bosses decide to just take the
Yeah.
inside of my colon and twist it inside out. While I'm
It's
still awake.
it's definitely it's definitely the black sheep of the Devil May Cry series, other than the real black sheep. But like, it's definitely a flawed game. I just, do you think if that like rumor of them like remaking Devil May Cry 1, and that, do you think they're gonna go to 2 though, and like actually make a lot of?
I hope they go to 2. 2 needs the, like
Sector
2
Zero is dealing with
needs
you.
the most attention because it's the most flawed. If they can make 2 into a good game, we have a perfect trilogy.
Yeah.
You okay?
Because 3 would definitely be the easiest to like quote unquote remake, because all they'd have to.
But three is the most, like, it's the most feature complete. It's what all the other games are built off of.
Yeah. And 4 is out. I mean, 4 is just spectacular. I still like 3 the most, but 4, I think I will. In some ways, I do think 4 is a better game, if that makes any sense. Even though 3, I think, just has a special place in my heart.
What's your opinion of 5? Have you played 5?
I have 5. I've never played 5.
Oh, you gotta play 5.
Yeah, I know.
You like, it's the
good.
best love letter. Like if
It's
they
the
never make another Devil May Cry.
It's the love letter and the apology letter all in one.
Yeah. Hey, I know we kind of did a Metal Gear Solid 2 and we gave you Nero instead of Dante, but we let you play as Dante.
I'll tell you though.
Same mission, of course.
I call me a weirdo, but in terms of the gameplay, 2 is actually my favorite in the series. I like 2 a lot.
Really?
I
couldn't get into 2's gameplay. Like
Metal Gear Solid 2?
Oh no, you're talking Metal Gear Solid 2? Oh no, I love 2. 2 is amazing.
2 is so over. Yeah, Devil May Cry 2 is definitely not my favorite in the series. But the, Metal Gear Solid 2, that game you remember, because like Fred and I were back in this era of like, you know, and people older than us often were the ones saying this shit, like the fucking older millennials, because we're kind of like at the tail end of the millennial generation. We're basically right on the buffer of being Gen Z. Not to dox ourselves too much, but do you remember like 2 was considered like such a like, oh, they fucked us over. We wanted to play as Snake. We had to play as this fucking pussy Raiden.
I like Raiden. Though.
No, me too. I think Raiden's a great character, and I think, but you know,
it upsets me how much that opinion permeated, and it is not the common opinion I've heard from people who play Metal Gear Solid 2.
It's completely gone nowadays, like, because partially, like, Kojima literally, like, and I know, like, we talked about, like, friend when we were talking about Kojima, how he can be kind of a dick, but, like, on the other hand, there is, like, a genius there, undoubtedly, but one of the things that I think that was, like, part of his, like, it's kind of like an auteur autist, Kojima, like, it's like a balance of that. Like there's clearly some circuits that are missing in his brain, but there's also
it's like Elon Musk. The guy's clearly a fucking autistic spastic, but he is really good at what he does.
He's autistic, Mr. House.
He's so good at he's so good at what he does that people will just indiscriminately hate him because he's him.
Did you see their firebombing the fucking Tesla dealerships? These leftists.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Trump actually is
left.
Trump's labeling them domestic terrorists, which I appreciate. Like, anybody doing that should be considered a terrorist.
Well, it's like literally, like, you had no footage the entire last 4 years of like Republicans doing anything, like of moderates doing anything, conservatives doing anything. All of a sudden, Trump's back in office. People are dying. Things are getting lit on fire again. Are we still going to pretend that this is how things, like, are we still going to pretend that this isn't how things are? Like, seriously. Like it's the conundrum. How many times are we going to keep going through this cycle? Like, how many times are we going to keep going through this, like, cycle where, like, fucking the left does all the bad shit never gets punished, and then the right gets so close to victory, but they have to be their own worst enemy and pull
You know where she is?
and pull defeat from the jaws of victory every single time.
This is Troy. Do you copy?
Yeah.
It's just like it's all greed.
It's Crane.
It's just
Now, I
like
know you're headed
I
for
keep
Dr.
saying it
Cameron,
all
but it's
ties
like
back to
surrounded by
money every
zombies and
single
racist
time.
thugs, so just let me come ahead.
Well, just like this artificial stock market crash that's clearly going on right now.
Well, it's like in every single time, the working man is the only thing getting screwed in all of this.
Yeah. Well, in every here's one of the things, because I see myself. I don't even like labels, but I see myself as like an independent conservative because I don't agree with everything that the Republican platform, like I think that there's I do like Trump. I voted for Trump, obviously. I actually voted for 3 fucking times. But like I am technically registered.
He won 3 times.
When they shot Trump, though, I did register as a Republican just because of like, okay, now he's clearly in charge of the party. But like my problem with
fuck you.
My problem with like the Republican Party is one thing, but the one thing I'll say is like the 3 major Republican presidents of the past like 80 years have been Eisenhower, Ronald Reagan, and Donald Trump. And every single one of them, when they finally got like through all of the red tape, Eisenhower had the greatest economic boom after World War II with the 1950s. Reagan had a similar circumstance to what's going on with Trump now. The economy was kind of like going up and down in some ways, but then he finally got it stabilized. And like we have like relatives that were around in the 80s. They talk about the 80s so nostalgically because of how like things were cheap and ubiquitous and how like great things were. And it's like that's what
only cost a dime.
Yeah, but it's like
get a whole bag of it.
That's what Trump has been trying to like restore this country to, and even better. And the problem is like, and even like Musk has been trying to help with that, but these people just have some like,
What is it, Troy?
I don't know what it is. You think it's greed, and I agree with that, but it just seems so like
Part of the problem.
It's so short-sighted though, because if they just like actually try to help, like work with Trump, they would profit too. But it's like there's something. I think there's an additional layer there. Is what I'm saying. Like I think these people are like either retarded or like literally fucking evil. Because
well, it's literally it's the biggest joke of politicians the whole time. Like if a politician actually like fixed the issues that they promised they'd fix, the world would be a better place. But that's not how the politician sees it. The politician sees it as, if I fix the issue that I told people I'm gonna fix, they won't vote for me next time because I don't have that issue to fix anymore. And it's like, no, they'll vote for you because you fixed the fucking issue.
Yeah.
Why people voted for Trump again?
Yeah, because even though things weren't perfect in his first term, like they were just so better compared to the 4 years that we had in suffering Biden.
He tried to make change.
And at least gas was cheap. You remember $1.80 gas?
Fucking amazing. Like I was actually building up money under Trump, and then like as soon as Biden took office, I was like, well, all of my fucking effort just went to waste.
If they didn't steal the second election from Trump back in 2020, you'd have a Blue Yeti mic right now, Fred.
Honestly, like I think the internet would be in a better place. Things would be a lot more freer. People would be able to like just get along with each other more because they would realize, hey, this guy isn't trying to fucking destroy the world, and they're still trying to put forth the idea that he is. What the fuck?
Ooh.
Oh no, okay, you opened up the safe house, so the zombie left.
Yeah.
I just lost my train of thought. Well, it's like they're still trying to put forth like the idea that like, oh, the left in every form does not like Trump, and it's like, yeah, maybe the billionaires, but I think the fact that he just got a unanimous victory means you have completely pissed off your entire voter base.
Oh, and you can now see where the line is drawn, even like on these conservative influencers that I Like obviously, like the greater evil is like the fucking Hassan Pikers and shit. But like these sort of like milquetoast Daily Wire people, when you don't like push back on their bullshit, they actually are just as much of a poison in our discourse as anything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So
well, so like it's the anti-porn push right now, which
Yeah.
just sounds like the totalitarian talking points of everybody trying to get video games banned back when we were kids.
wait,
And it's
yeah. An anti-porn push from a fucking slaggly old cunt who's tatted up like a whore, a fucking gay furry faggot, and a fucking a YouTuber who I once respected, who was, by the way, a porn addict, and has to basically impugn his moral like code. That's complete bullshit on others. I'm sorry. I know I hate to keep bringing up Razor Fist, but it's so fucking disgusting what that cocksucker did. It's so disappointing.
freedom should be an absolute. Like I said, I'll always say it till the day I fucking die. As long as it's not breaking the law, and as long as it's not hurting anyone,
Yeah.
freedom should be absolute.
Well, and I'll tell you what they'll say. Well, the person watching the porn is hurt, and it's like, I don't give a shit. That is splitting hairs that don't need to be split. Okay, yeah, okay. Some people, and here's the problem. I'll grant them a point. There's people that just can't handle fucking certain things. There's some people that can't play video games because they got some kind of mental issue.
Yeah,
but that
it's,
doesn't.
like we don't. If an alcoholic gets hooked on booze and kicks it, we don't ban the booze.
Yeah,
we
unless.
tried that. It didn't
Yeah.
fucking work.
Thanks.
Yep. Oh, that's another problem with Gen Z. They're like very low alcohol usage, and it's like, you know, obviously I think people should have the choice to like not drink if they want to, but
Jade.
like that's kind of I see it as kind of like another aspect to like a generation that has no desire to, like, you know, even like the statistics show that kids don't even care to get a driver's license.
Here's the thing. Low alcohol usage. What's the pot usage? Did anybody do a study on that? I'm sure it's jacked up to the fucking hooskow.
Yeah. The problem is, but even with some of like the Gen Z, I don't even know about that. I think they're just a very, I think, they're a stunted group, Gen Z.
Well, they never got to grow up because they basically grew up in a time period where like everybody was acting like a fucking child.
Well, like the weird shit too is like, oh, if you have like a normal like heterosexual attraction to a female character or something in a movie, it's considered gooner shit. Like, and like,
well, if you're attracted to anything, you're considered a gooner and a pedophile.
Yeah.
6 foot tall, muscled up fucking Oni woman with huge tits, pedophile. Fucking flat chested like fucking noble woman, pedophile. Fucking normal looking elf, pedophile.
Yeah.
Furry chick,
Crane, do you
pedophile.
copy? Jade, can you hear me?
Meanwhile, they pay for OnlyFans from like.
Meanwhile, they pay for fucking whores spreading their assholes.
Yeah.
I think you better get back here. You have to see.
Yeah. Wait.
We're about to see like a drastic drop in birth rate. Maybe that's what it needs to be. Maybe that because like Japan still has a horribly low birth rate, right?
Yeah,
Maybe that's
but
why Japan is so good. People just gotta stop fucking.
well, the problem is like. Japan's actually, I actually saw somebody that I follow on X say, Japan's birth rate isn't actually as bad as it's being made out to be. Like South Korea's is like legitimately like concerning. Like
South Korea's is literally being caused by a feminist death cult.
Well, it's a feminist death cult, and then it's like the other side is like. In kind, there's like fringes on like the male side that have basically become incels. But like, yeah, you're right. It's made.
Well, as a reaction to them, yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not. But Japan is. I think Japan will sort out their population like deficiency. You know, the problem is it's like. I don't know. People should be more mature before they have kids. Like, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing that people are now waiting until their 30s before they have a family. Like, I think that's actually.
Well, the problem is people have forgotten how to be mature in general.
Yeah.
Like, look at us. We had a huge spat not that long ago, and we buried it because we're buddies and we have.
Oh, I got a
sometimes.
beautiful idea about that, Fred. On the anniversary of our spat, we gotta have like we gotta have like a drunken stream, and we gotta call it how like there was Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Oh God.
We're gonna deface ourselves, and it's gonna be like retardation day. Like we're both gonna just
Retardation day.
like we're just gonna both
the spurg out.
yeah, fucking.
And can I just say I hate the term crash out. It lacks punch.
Yeah, that's another Gen Z term that they've the problem is
Gen Z sucks at making fucking terms.
yeah. Well, there's a specific use case of it, but just like everything Gen Z has done, they beat a dead horse with it. They should do spurg out. They should say things fucking I'm feeling a little retarded. They can't say that though. Even their terms they can't say suicide. They say unalive.
Oh God, the fucking suicide. Can't say rape. Can't say.
You gotta say grape.
Say suicide.
Can't say pedophile. They gotta say PDF.
Gotta say struggle snuggle. Can't say child porn. Have to say CSM.
Yeah.
Actually, I do like cheese pizza though. It's good. It's a good. It's a good way to hide it.
But you know what makes me sad when I hear that? I think of that old guy who turned out to be a pedo, that old kindly guy on YouTube, and then
oh God, that fucking sucks. Didn't he get busted oh God, he didn't actually get busted for CP. He got busted for touching a kid actually, right?
He had sex with a young teenager when he was in his mid-30s, and the only reason he got let out of jail was on a technicality, which in all fairness, the technicality actually, it was the way that the prosecution did do something where based on that technicality, it looks like her. But from what I gather, the technicality that he got off on jail on, it was legitimately the prosecution made a blunderous error that caused that technicality. So
a bad prosecution let a guy slip away once again.
Yeah.
Because he was bought and paid for.
Well, it's sort of the same thing with Cosby, right? They clearly that guy probably was a sick fuck, but they shouldn't have used bad.
I can't believe I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Finish your point, but I have something to say about that.
But once again, here's the thing about Cosby. He probably was a fucking sleazebag, but then the question you run into is how much of that was Cosby being a sleazebag versus these women that were looking to sleep with him.
These women who knew Cosby was a party guy and partied with Cosby in Hollywood.
Yeah.
They had fucking buyer's remorse. You don't hop in bed. You don't hop in bed with Jimmy Savile as a fucking 18-year-old and expect nothing to happen. Well, actually, as an 18-year-old, probably as a 13-year-old Jimmy Savile. If you're 18 and Jimmy Savile, hop into bed with him, he probably wouldn't do shit.
That's too old for good old Jimmy.
Let me correct myself. You don't go to a dinner party with Hannibal Lecter and expect to be eating pork.
Tell Michael I'm on my way.
Hannibal Lecter catering.
Jade, try to get her to meet me.
It's just so many bad people. So many people we've figured out that in our lifetime were people that we grew up with who were A-okay have just turned out to be the worst of the worst.
Yeah. It's pretty disappointing. But honestly,
did you want to do side quests, or did you want to beeline the rest of the story?
Let's beeline this bitch.
All right.
But I was thinking back to we were talking about Musk, or a few minutes ago we were talking about Musk and Musk and Musk and Kojima being these visionaries, but also obviously flawed people that kind of have that they're very creative, but they're also have their Kojima's problem for me is his there's at times it's almost like adorable, like the kind of like infantile love of Hollywood movies, but then it becomes like shitty when you like see like he'll fuck over like his relationship with voice actors that he's known for years, like David Hayter, to get some fucking like highfalutin actor. Like I don't like that aspect of Kojima, and also like the fact that like he's been, I think, less guilty of it in recent times, but like with Metal Gear Solid 5, the fact that he had to put his name on the credits of every fucking mission, like Konami was like gonna put a hit out on him.
Yeah, that was definitely petty.
Yeah, but I like
I kind of enjoyed it, but like, it was petty.
It got sick after like mission 58 and seeing Kojima's name for the
Hideo Kojima production. Yeah, I know. Hideo, fucking mission. Why didn't you cut this instead of the fucking ending?
Yeah, but so Kojima, like in terms of like some of his decisions, is a mixed bag, but like clearly a visionary and also like makes great games. But the thing I'll give him credit for is like I think Metal Gear Solid 2, first of all, its story touches on like a lot of contemporary issues like AI and like
he touches on a lot of contemporary
censorship,
information control,
even humanity.
Like political races being basically just a big old like fucking show.
Yeah.
Fucking shudder. But it's like all these things have just been like kind of like proven true by society, I guess you would say.
I just hope Metal Gear Solid 4 doesn't end up becoming real. Like we start seeing PMCs being developed and shit.
That's where we are right now, though.
Yeah.
The military-industrial complex is a serious fucking issue.
Yeah.
It's why we keep having these fucking proxy conflicts.
But one of the brilliant things about Kojima when it comes to like a character that was like shit on like Raiden, he's like, okay, you want to see what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make him a cool ninja motherfucker, and all you assholes are gonna be apologizing about him. And that's what happened. Like he's like, here's a cool ninja motherfucker.
You know what? I'm gonna partner with Platinum, and we're gonna make our own hack and slasher game, which almost fell through the fucking cracks. How long was Revengeance in development hell for?
Oh, dude, I remember that game was like announced alongside Peace Walker. I remember watching on G4, another fucking relic of the past. I remember watching that on G4, the fucking Konami announcement conference for that shit. But it originally looked like it was going to be more like a melee game with stealth elements. Because remember, it was originally Metal Gear. Wasn't it Metal? Because it became Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, right? But originally it was Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, and it was. I think it was using
I think it was just Metal Gear Rising, and then they added Revengeance.
Okay, but originally it was basically using like a modified Metal Gear Solid 4 engine, and it looked good, but it also looked kind of clunky in comparison to the game we actually got. So the development, that's a game, like there's examples of games that went through development hell that actually come out being really good, and that's one of them, I would say.
Mafia 2.
Yeah.
Mafia 2, incredible game. That game went through some fucking trouble.
Hopefully, I pray to God, Metroid Prime 4 is one of those examples. I hope when that thing releases, like Samus, just...
that thing's been announced how many times and it's still not out? I'm starting to get worried.
Oh no, it's definitely coming to the next they're gonna put it on Switch too, and that's the problem. I mean, the Switch, while being a very powerful system when it came out, like, obviously it's kind of reached its limits. So I think they want to put it on something more beefy, which by all metrics the next system will be. I mean, that's the funny thing about Nintendo. We got and I'll give them credit with the Switch. This is really the first Nintendo system to have this long of a lifespan, because like if you think about it, 8 years is for a Nintendo system pretty long. Like the Wii was only out on the market for like 6 years. The fucking N64, the N64 was only on the market for 5 years. Like it's crazy to think about. So the Switch is their longest running like system without them like coming out with like some newfangled shit. And even this year they still have like really good games coming out for it. They have finally Xenoblade Chronicles X, because that game did not deserve to stay on the Wii U. That's a great game, and I hope Trump fixes the economy so you can drag your ass over to the mom and pop video game shop and get that and Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance and some of the other shit you need to get.
Oh, God, I can't imagine how long Kingdom Come 2 is going to take me to beat.
Oh, dude. I still got to beat the first one.
It took me a while to beat that game, and man, I loved every second of it. But that's one of those games where you can't take too many breaks from because you fall out of practice so quick.
Yeah. Oh, the fucking prudes shitting on Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance too, because of it almost makes me wonder, like, is it like, was there issue the actual like option that they gave, or is it like, are they like repressed? Are they just a bunch of repressed faggots that like would have been too tempted to like select that side quest or whatever? Because isn't it? Don't you have to go out of your way? Don't you have to go out of your way to get that side quest?
You have to go out of your way to like convince Hans that he's a faggot. Like, it's just like all it screams to me is the age-old, just like same old bullshit. Just like, no fun, guys. You're not allowed to have fun here. We're in control now. Now we have to impose our not fun. It's all not fun for us now.
It's like, I mean, they're clearly people that have not been playing video games for a while. Because like even fucking Mass Effect had like basically what here's your options. You can fuck whatever you want.
Well, it's like.
Although Mass Effect, admittedly, Mass Effect 3 kind of became a little bit preachy with some of that shit.
Glad she didn't see me jump like that. She'd never take me seriously.
Got a little crush, huh?
I still fuck Tali's immunocompromised ass.
What's your...
Imagine it turns out to be the cure.
Flesh-eating zombies to impress the girl?
All right, Tali, time for your dick. We'll bang, okay?
Troy would have never even looked at me, so I'll take my opportunities where
That
I
was
can.
the game I always planned to stream. I gotta get to that.
Tell me what he's
You know, the fact I already know the answer to this question is like sadly a resounding yes. But you gotta imagine there's some like just fucking like sex-starved degenerate out there that as soon as they saw Legion, that's like really what got them going, like hot and bothered.
One nobody outside Haran can mistake his
Yeah,
the guest thing.
Somebody's probably attracted to the jellyfish.
The fucking those breathing like heavily breathing four-legged like kind of like
the Hanar.
Yeah.
Observation. Are you turned on, buddy?
Please wrap your tentacle around your
position. Grab it from the base. And stroke it slow.
Maintain eye contact.
Maintain eye contact. It's the only time he ever shows emotion.
Jesus. Put the lotion in the bucket.
Man are freaks. Have you ever slept with one? It's like boring in the beginning, then it gets kind of nice, and it's just scary.
See, that's why we could never get like a Star Trek: The Next Generation like video game RPG, because like if they
so much. No, sir.
Riker.
Riker. Captain, you can't screw the Borg. Who says I can't?
Riker
you can't.
Riker's degeneracy has got to be one for like the Starfleet history books. Yeah, Riker didn't even ask what it was. He just saw that there was something that could be stuck in there, and he said, "All right."
He literally met in like a fucking hologram in the holodeck.
I'm gonna motorboat this,
and then got really disappointed when the program didn't make her exactly the same way.
It turned out to be Moriarty from the Sherlock Holmes hologram episodes. Ha Riker. Turns out you were fucking me the whole time.
Riker, you're gay.
Riker's just like, yeah, well.
Hole's a hole.
Well, he did. There was like that one planet. It was like basically everybody was like a they them, like the fucking Troons want. And I think that was like, but actually that episode probably didn't age well for Troons because like his point was basically like, wait, you're still men and women at the end of the day. It's just that you're trying not to conform. Do you remember that episode?
Damn it.
It was like in the later seasons. Honestly, like it was making a good point about like the differences between men and women, but I honestly don't think that's probably one of those episodes.
For whatever reason, we were just gaslit into forgetting that, yeah, girls and boys are different.
Yeah, like it literally took Trump to remind people that like, hey, a fucking 6'5" dude should not probably be punching a 5'11" woman in a boxing match.
No, I think the 6'5" dude is what reminded people that. I don't think it took Trump for people to like
you're
figure
right.
that out. I think it was the fact that this like sadistic fucking pervert was beating on a lady.
No, you're right.
Like a little girl, and he was brutalizing her. She was sheerly outclassed.
I misclicked, Fred. I misclicked. Let me fix my phrasing. You're right. What I think, Fred did a lolly thing there, where he took a statement and made it better. But let me make it even better. Can I do that? All right. Let me say this. Yes, you're right. People actually saw that, and like that's what caused people to vote for Trump because Trump was the only one in the room.
It was a cold splash of water. Like every single thing that the Democrats are guilty of, like it was a cold splash of water to everybody. Like these people are not on our side.
Yeah.
These people are making everything worse, and they're telling us to deal with it because they don't have to deal with it.
By the way, the 4D chess with Canada, because now like we're seeing what these Canucks actually think of us, and it's actually pretty. It's actually
4D chess. It fucking connect 4, and they don't know how to fucking count.
Yeah, it's like the Prime Minister of Ireland actually did an expert job because Trump was talking about like tariffs with the Irish Prime Minister, and he said, well, you know, they're sort of, what are you burdened to buy a bunch of airplanes from you? And he did it in such a respectful way that Trump's like, you know what, I'm not going to fuck over Ireland with as many tariffs. I'm going to actually be more fair to them. And it's like, oh, you know, you could have been nice to Trump and agreed to do better business with him, and you wouldn't have all these tariffs. Which, by the way, did you know this? That Canada has like a shit ton of tariffs that have been on the books against us for decades.
They've been tariffing the fuck out of us for years.
275% tariff on dairy. So if a Canuck wants to buy our dairy, the Canadian government makes to pay a 275% tariff, and they're bitching about a 25% tariff. Those fucking stupid bastards with their fake national identity. Yeah. How can you claim they have a national identity when you still have the fucking sovereign of another country on your currency, like the fucking King of England? Like, your national identity is a joke, and I'm sorry to say that because I do like a lot of Canadians. It's just you're shitting on the hand that feeds you. Like a country that's subsidized $200 billion by us, and then you're gonna insult us, boo our national anthem, and act like pissy little cunts while you've let in a bunch of fucking Indian diploma mill immigrants who have completely changed the cultural zeitgeist of your society. And I'm not saying that. I'm sorry, Fred, if I sound racist. I'm not saying that to be racist. I'm just saying that these are not like the upstanding like Indians that like. I actually know upstanding Indians. These are people that are like diploma mill tech, like basically tech support. I can barely speak English people that got bussed in because Trudeau's a fucking swine, Chinacom cocksucking piece of shit. All right, I'm gonna stop ranting before I get really
I'm actually
racist.
Gonna carry off of your statement. Like, why? Like, when did it become so wrong to call another country on their fucking foibles and their flaws, but for some reason it's okay to shit on America 24/7? Like, why is it okay for us to get flack for every fucking thing we do, yet for the rest of the world, no, just give them the soft, fucking, I hate it that I'm quoting Bush, but the soft bigotry of low expectations. Like, they can't do any better. No, they fucking can't. He came from nothing.
Well, and then it's like the Michael Moores, like, oh, this country has universal health care. It's like, well, even if it's good, which it isn't, it's like, why do you think they're able to subsidize their health care so much? Because they don't have a defense.
Well, universal health care, when the first option they give you is kill yourself, and the second option they give you is kill yourself. And the third option is painkillers.
Well, I'll come up with it. I'll tell you a different example. Germany has a fairly robust healthcare system, and it's much cheaper to maintain than ours because they got rid of all of the inefficiencies, which is what Musk is trying to do with our like Medicare and Medicaid, because a lot of those doctors abuse it.
There's nothing wrong with somebody going through and finding the money and say, hey, maybe we're overspending.
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's like, but like my point about like the universal healthcare, like, yeah, it's actually not good. But like, even if it was, like, the reason why they're able to do that is because we subsidize all of Europe's fucking defense with our military. We fund most of NATO. Like, we fund more than 70% of NATO's budget. One country spends more money on their defense that's not even in that continent than the entire continent that we're supposed to defend. Make that make sense. We're spending all of our money to defend a continent that shits on us. It doesn't make any sense.
We are literally just here to be whores to the highest bidder.
Like that's like if Fred came over to my house and started like kicking me in my balls, and I'm like, here you go, Fred. Here's $20. Keep doing that.
First apartment.
And it wasn't even fun. He wasn't even wearing the steel-toed boots.
Oh, don't worry, I'll bring them next time. You like the little one, the ones with the little studs on them.
Oh, jeez. And then it's like Trump had how dare Trump ask for like our money to be somewhat repaid to us in a mineral deal? How dare he? How dare he expect the Ukrainian president, who's gotten $300 billion from us, to wear a fucking suit? Fred,
literally Biden gave all of our reserve oil to this motherfucker.
Fred, I know
wants more.
I know you're not a very vain person, but I have a feeling if you came across $300 billion, you would probably at least own a couple of suits, I'd imagine, right?
If anything,
Second apartment's done.
I would just buy a house.
But you'd at least buy one nice suit. You know what I mean? Like if you're going,
I know if I had excessive wealth, like I do a lot with it. But like the first thing I'd do was just buy a fucking big house.
Well, you'd still be spending your money.
Maybe somebody to clean it.
Do you be?
Slave.
I was gonna say, with the way you just phrased that, it didn't sound like you said you were gonna pay some. You said buy. Showed up with a shotgun.
I do it under the pretense I'm just giving a child soldier a new home. I do the whole Bill Burr bit. It's home defense as well as a nanny.
What happened to him? What happened to Bill Burr? Did you see him? He fucking went insane.
Somebody paid him.
It hurts.
It's all money. I'm telling you, dude. These people are realizing that there's money in talking to the right people. It's all networking at this point. None of it's real. Oh, you open these doors. Oh, God.
Do you remember Sam Hyde's joke about the cum coon?
Against my self-preservation, can you re-regale me with the joke?
Well, folks, I am not saying this because it happens to end up leading to a segue about Bill Burr's wife, because that'd be very racist, and I am not in support of racism. But I will tell you a joke that Sam Hyde shared, and go see him if you can. He's touring the country, actually. But basically, he gave the story about his what was it, like Turkish or whatever, some type of one of those shithole countries. But he had a Turkish college dorm mate who never cleaned the jism out of the fleshlight, and he came back and it was filled with maggots, and he thought that the dude came maggots, and he said it turned into a cum coon, and then he said that's what he's basically made the joke that that's what he calls Bill Burr's wife.
Oh, fuck.
But
there's a hole here.
I mean,
there's a German pistol here.
I don't know if I completely buy that theory that she should deserve the blame for him becoming this beta shit. But it probably didn't help. She has a very I mean,
part of me wonders if that's just not cope, and these people haven't thought that way for a long time now.
Yeah.
But like I always say, this is stuff coming from people who don't need to worry about normal problems. Like they're out of touch no matter where you slice it. Like I'm not gonna try to claim like Trump's one of the people. Like sure he's likable, but he's a fucking rich man. Like I'm not gonna expect him to know the same struggles I go through. I just want him to fix them.
But admittedly, I mean, the fact that he was nearly killed, I think, did activate something in him that like he wouldn't.
Well, it's like he realized that the people who are in charge right now absolutely, for whatever reason, probably just because they're poor, hate like the lower and middle classes.
Like Napoleon realized that.
They won't let them do what they want, which is be indiscriminate perverts, excessive drug users, liars, charlatans. They want all the wealth for themselves, don't want to give a single bit to you. They want all their businesses to make $1 billion, but they don't want it to lose any revenue on staffing. It's just like,
yeah, but the parallels make me think of Napoleon, because for all of his flaws, like one of the greatest accomplishments of Napoleon was that the working man of France finally had a decent quality of life under him, and that is what scared the gentry of Europe to fight back against him more than anything. Especially that's why
you have to go back up.
That's why the Russians gave him such hell, because the Russian czars were literally the most aristocratic family, and obviously like it's fucked up what the commies did to the czar's family, but like the reason
every problem solve itself.
Well, the overthrow of the czars by the communists proved the problem of a regime change, because as bad as the czar was, the fucking
the communists were worse.
Yeah.
Backwards now? No, we're on the floor where we're supposed to be. But it's like, that's why it was so like refreshing to see Trump put on a fucking apron and work at McDonald's, or God forbid, get in big trash truck with a fucking high-vis vest on and just say, hey, I'm not scared to get close to you guys.
And that man genuinely likes big vehicles that go beep beep. Because
he grew up in the same time period we did. Hell, he grew up later than we did. He probably grew up on like all those like planes, trains, and automobile books.
But that's like such a like intrinsically like any man with like any self-worth has like that like love of like big mechanical shit, even if you're not like even if you're
one of the main reasons I love Metal Gear. It's just like you see this big thing and you're like, oh, I get to break it.
It's exactly what happens, and this is not always true, but I'm just making a generalization. It's like the effect of like you could take a range of like men. You could have like older guys, younger guys, middle-aged guys. You put on like some fucking exciting history documentary like World War II in color, and everybody will be glued to the TV. Meanwhile, most of the time, and obviously there's women that are the exception, but most of the time that is like kryptonite for most women. Like they are just like, oh fuck. And it's like that is like one of the like Trumpian like glories is like he sees a big boom, he goes boom boom beep beep boom boom, and it's like that's
that was pretty good.
Yeah, where like Joe Biden, he's just staring at it drooly, like there's still a sliver of him that probably wants to go beep beep vroom vroom, but he just is not having any. He's
all sleepy, and then a toddler walks by, and you see his eyes light up.
Oh, smell my smell. It's like
wheel me over to Zendaya. I need to see if she still smells fresh.
Yeah, it's actually, this is getting some Freudian shit, Fred. I don't know why I'm doing this, because it's so stupid. Oh, speaking of Freudian shit.
We're going to strangle a child.
All right, well.
All right, you want the honors? You want me to do it?
Well. Epstein Island.
Snooze, you lose. Strangle kid. Strangle child.
Oh, Jesus. But just to get psychological for a second, it's like those like the idea of like smelling versus like what Trump likes, just kind of like the like visceral like excitement, like even going back to being a toddler. Not that I have a ton of memories of that, but I remember like having like a little train set that I'd play with. Like that's a very core.
I have plenty of fond memories when I was a kid.
Yeah, but that's like a very like early kind of like interest that could stick with you through life, is like cars and trains and stuff, you know. But for some reason, like Joe Biden just regressed to like smelling, like something like an infant would do, like sniff. Like I'm sure like before he lost his wits, is more of like a perverted thing. But I honestly think, Fred, at the end of that dude's like presidency, his smelling was less about that and more of just like a weird kind of like mechanism.
Emotion.
Yeah, like almost like a OCD, just like. He doesn't even know why he's doing it. It just happens. It's like when what was it Ethan from Heavy Rain? He'd have like the blackouts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Joe Biden would just have sniff outs.
Heavy Rain. What a weird game.
Okay, all done.
What a weird game that was supposed to be supernatural, then it wasn't, and then.
I like
weird person David Cage is.
I like his shit. His stuff is definitely
I
like.
like it, but you can't. Those are games that you literally play once and you leave on the shelf. Because if you try to play it back to back, like you start noticing like a bunch of little things, just like, oh, this is happening again. Oh, okay, so this character just literally, if they die, they don't do anything. Okay.
I never played Detroit Become Human. I heard that was probably one of the best ones that he did.
I heard it was pretty good. Like they're spectacles, they're fun, and
yeah.
Like. For all intents and purposes, the stories might be complete and total schlock, but at least they're acted really well.
It's fun schlock.
I'll give David Cage a lot of credit because like he's got to be a good director, because you can get like the best like actors in the world, but honestly, if they get a bad director, their performance is going to turn out terrible.
Did you ever play Beyond Two Souls?
No, that was the one before Detroit Become Human. Right?
Yeah, and after Heavy Rain. That one's an interesting one. That's definitely the most, I think.
It's all right.
That one's definitely the.
It kind of gets dark when like it tries to put a positive spin on suicide.
That one's, yeah. That one's.
Willem Dafoe blows his brains out, and she's smiling just like, you did the right thing. You're with your family now. And it's like, after he practically ended the fucking world, and it's like, no, he's the bastard. He kidnapped his ghost family, and he did a lot of bad shit, and it's not good that his only way out that he saw was either destroying the world or killing himself.
You know who's actually, like, does like the more kind of like spectacle experience, but I think makes their games more replayable, is the fuck the Oscars dude. You know who I'm talking about? The oh fuck, I'm dead too.
Lemmings.
The one that did A Way Out, and also It Takes Two.
Oh God, I haven't played his other games. I heard his most recent one is pretty good.
Split Fiction, which people try to make into some weird kind of like argument because it's two women characters, but it's like that became a retarded discourse because there was like the woke people that were like like celebrating it, but then it turned out like that's not, like, he just made a game. He didn't give a shit about like the identity politics, you know. But it basically got like yeah.
So is it two lesbians or something?
No, it's not.
Yeah, so it's just two women. That's what I heard. Like that's what people told me.
Yeah, but it got brought into. Let me here, and I'll make it easy. It got brought into like the Grum's fucking discourse channels, where it's like the people that actually aren't sincere about what they're arguing. You know what I'm saying?
The Grum's discourse has basically just become fucking Ian Miles Chong for video games.
Yeah.
And we already have Ian Miles Chong not leaving fucking video games alone.
Like that's a game that should get, like, from what I've seen, it looks like a very solid, fun experience, and it's like, there's actually nothing in there that looks remotely quote unquote woke, you know, and that seems to piss like both sides of like the
people have
retards
forgotten
off.
to fucking like, once again, like I always defer to there's like money and outrage, but all of these people can't be outrage marketing, so I gotta believe some of them are fucking genuine. And then that just begs the question: have we really forgotten like how to be like tolerant to stuff that like exists? Who gives a fuck if there's two dykes in Signalis? Who really fucking cares? It's a good game. Does it ruin the story? No. Does it affect the gameplay? No. So who fucking cares?
Well, these are people, Fred, that just do not actually.
You're Jewish, Vavra. Yeah, and I'm making a game about ancient Bohemia. What's your fucking point?
These are people that don't actually play games in a lot of cases, or if they do. Or if they do, they're ruining their enjoyment in the, just like, you know what it is? It's the same shit that Sarkeesian like would do. Like, everything's racist and we need to point it out. It's like, you know, everything's woke.
Same shit over again. And it's like
everything's a dirty.
Even Wally's starting to hit that point where it's like he's saying something that I've actually tweeted like before. Like, are we seriously going back through this again? Are we really going to have this conversation for the next 10 years? Can we not just get past this? Because we've literally been stagnated since the fucking 90s. We haven't changed since the 90s.
Well, what we saw happen in the past few months is like the people that we thought were on our side turned out
Oh no.
to find the
Literally,
grifters.
this was the best Turing test
Yeah.
for like who was actually like going to put up or shut up.
We found a sealed door not willing to throw the ring into Mount Doom, and now we're like the little fucking hobbits fucking scurrying to Mount Doom.
Yeah, we're literally like Elrond. It's Elrond, right?
That's the elf, yeah.
Yeah, that's the elf dude who, like, his buddy didn't throw the ring into Mount Doom.
His sealed door.
Like, we're literally Elrond, but this is like the 5th fucking time he's tried this, and it's like, yep, you're not gonna throw the fucking ring. Of course you're not. Of course you're not gonna fucking throw the ring. Why would you? Because you're a dirty fucking human.
Brett, are you being Frodo or Samwise Gamgee? How is this gonna work out? Who am I gonna be?
I don't know. I'm all about self-sacrifice, so I guess I'll be Frodo.
All right.
Where is this fucking thing? Is it supposed to be something we find in this room? It says we're supposed to find a detonator, and I've
all right.
looked past the same.
Well, this looks a lot like Movie Bob's residence, so it might be up his ass.
Maybe.
Oh, that's where I put it.
Oh, it's all covered in shit.
Gee. Oh god, imagine this is disgusting just to think about it. A Jim Sterling Movie Bob sex tape. Oh, I'm so sorry, Fred. Oh god. Oh, just the logistics of it all. Oh, how does that even happen? Oh,
it's so rancid of an idea that I can't even picture it. My brain doesn't have the power, and I'm looking for this fucking it's in this room, right?
It should be.
Find Michael's detonator. Where's Michael?
Michael here from Vsauce. Today we're going to be learning about a detonator.
Vsauce, Michael here. We're domestic terrorists.
That dude is insane, but like in a great way. Like he's like
he's what Bill Nye
should have been. Yeah.
Well, not should have been. He was. Like
yeah.
Vsauce is basically Bill Nye. What Bill Nye used to fucking be, at least. Okay, I'm just backtracking now. So it's in this room. I can't see it.
Maybe the detonator was the detonator we knew all along.
Oh, it's just sitting in the middle of the floor. I thought it was in something.
It's a walkie-talkie! Why are they calling that a detonator?
It's a... God, I can't think of a pun that involves bombs and
You know-
walkie-talkies.
Well, you better make it a Polish joke, because I'm gonna make fun of the Poles for doing something like that.
I mean, wasn't like Israel guilty of like putting bombs in pages or something?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, let me say this. I mean, the problem with them doing that is like the obvious, like, secondary.
Don't hurt civilians.
Yeah.
You immediately lose like my faith in your cause when you just start indiscriminately hurting civilians.
My Elgato crashed, by the way.
What? How?
Yeah. I don't know.
Was it OBS?
I don't. I have the no signal thing on OBS, so you're gonna have to give me a second.
OBS has been weird for some people lately.
Jesus.
It's just the night for it.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight is the night.
Right.
Surf Shoda's going to be streaming tonight. He usually does like fighting game stuff on Saturdays.
Well, no, he's got that shotgun. He's at Epstein Island.
Going back one more time. Shoda with a shotgun too. I always thought I'd see you here. Did he?
Fuck.
You see, BET doesn't actually mean black entertainment television. Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
What?
The fucking cat snuck under me. And I didn't know he was oh, you just left my game?
Yeah. I'm going to have to restart my Xbox. I think the Xbox... The Xbox shit the bed. Ugh.
Oh, my God. Sorry, Sophie like snuck up under. By the way, chat, it's been a while. I have a cat now. I adopted it off my aunt, but she snuck up under my chair, and I didn't know she was there. And I kicked my heel back, and I bumped her. You okay? Come say hello. Ooh, easy. Hang out for a sec.
Why is this not working? What the fuck? I'm literally halfway behind the TV now, Fred.
You see, in my dilapidated hell shed, surrounded by mold, paneling, and water damage, I am immune to any sunspot activity that seems to be primarily affecting your location tonight.
Yay! It's reconnected. Oh.
Woo!
But
Dig your fucking nails into my nuts, I swear to God.
It still
It's
says
easy. Just don't stab me.
it still says no signal on Elgato though. What the fuck?
Try unplugging it and plugging it back in. See if the USB came loose. That happened to me one time.
Oh, you might be right. Well, I'm sorry, folks,
Okay.
if you're seeing a no signal thing. I see my screen, my Xbox at least again.
But your stream's still going?
Yeah.
Super weird.
What a
I
shit.
guess I guess my fucking Elgato back from oh God, how long ago did I buy this fucking thing? Gotta be from the 20 teens, like 2015 or so.
Yeah, when we built your computer.
Yeah. It's like I've had this thing for so long, and they built them better back then, I guess.
Well,
It's
the
like
problem.
everything.
Well, the thing that's nice about yours is it's just standard 1080p. I had to get the one that fucking works with all the bullshit that I run, and the
No,
problem.
mine's not even 1080. Mine's 720.
Well, there you go. I mean, the problem is when you have a card like this that has technically takes in higher bandwidth, I think the risk of things going shit goes higher. But also, I mean,
That's fair.
that was sort of a. By the time you got that, those were already on the market for a few years. So that was basically a flawless product. Okay, so
Note to self, everybody. Buy cheap, buy something from yesteryear that's been made a couple thousand times. Don't buy brand new.
Have a laptop mic you can fart into.
Have a buddy who's willing to sell you his old Dell. Mind you, I didn't say shitty because this thing's a fucking tank.
It's a good laptop. It's just, it's definitely not.
One day I'm going to be holding this close to my chest and it's going to save me from a bullet.
You just fucking, too
Some random
much.
crackhead is just going to find me at my house and assume that I'm a crack dealer. And when he realizes I'm not, he's going to try to shoot me. And it's going to strike my laptop for some reason.
Why? All right. It's working as a pass-through. Why isn't it capturing the footage? What the fuck? No signal. No signal.
Let me pull up your stream.
Wait, what you're going to see is it says no signal Elgato.
Okay.
So it's something going to my computer, and I'm going to try lowering resolution. Oh, God. Still no.
Now, instead of stealing audio from my stream, you're going to have to steal the video.
Maybe.
It's just a sudden perspective shift, and it's just me for the rest of the game.
Jesus. Why? All right, I'm going to look this up. I'm not going to keep kicking myself. All right, no signal, overpriced Elgato. Let's see. No signal.
It was working fine for a second.
Verify HDCP is disabled. I thought,
I don't think Xbox has that, though. Maybe it does. And it wouldn't have let you, begin the stream. This is weird.
All right, I'm going to turn off the Xbox again. I'm going to try just God. I'm going to just try.
Magic. This is amazing. We finally stream after so long, and the universe said, no. 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 You want enjoyment? You want to share your enjoyment with the world? No. You must personally suffer.
Thank the winds. That encounter was
Okay.
the end of me.
Well, I turned on my play. It's picking up the audio because
That was incredible.
I just turned on my PlayStation just to see if it would turn on the signal, if something would re-switch, and it's able to pick up the audio because I was in the middle of a fucking Monster Hunter Wilds cutscene. Let's see.
Man, honestly, after we get done, I might just fucking get high and play Monster Hunter World. see what miserable shit I can get up to. Have you ever gotten high and played a game before, Ray?
All the time, Fred.
All the time.
Not
What's
all
your
the time.
favorite?
I like fucking VR when I'm high, like Tetris Effect and No Man's Sky.
Those are good. Yeah, for some
Super
reason,
Hot.
Super Hot's good. Weird one that I actually enjoy. Oh God, it was in my head and it just left. Red Dead 2's good playing high. Fallout's surprisingly decent being high. Peace Walker can be hit or miss. Some of the boss fights in that game can get pretty technical, and my motor skills on an Indica are in the fucking floor.
Here, let me.
We were actually talking earlier in the week about Peace Walker. Like you were joking, like one day I'm just gonna say a code phrase, and it's like Fred needs to play Peace Walker now. We will play Peace Walker on stream.
Here, I'm gonna try something. Give me 1 minute.
You got it. 60 seconds. Oh God. I played the Orange Box high once. That was enjoyable. Tried playing Doom 3 high. That was fucking terrifying. Horror games are actually really fun high if you know you're in a safe environment and you're used to being high. Don't do all this stuff for your first time. Don't like fuck don't don't like get with a bunch of buddies and it's like I want to try weed on Halloween while watching the Creep Show movie. Oh man. Crackdown would probably be fun. Alone in the I'm actually just looking at my games right now, just trying to puzzle out which would be better or worse. Oblivion might be fun. Burnout, I don't think. Reaction time would be too fucked. Deus Ex, no, not be bad. Then again, you'd have to be locked into it. You'd have to be like really into like simulation games to enjoy that. Because if you play a game that you don't enjoy like regularly or like to a huge degree, I actually played military simulators like fucking high on pot pretty well most often. Those are fun. Or at least not necessarily military simulators, but military-based games. Some are more sim than others, but I don't think you could consider the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare a simulator game. Oprah's okay. Trying to think, like legitimately, like what have I played recently that I've been stoned playing? I've been stoned. I'm embarrassed to say this, but Silent Hill 2 just freaks me the fuck out. I tried to play that stone, and like it just got to me so bad that I was just like, nope, 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 nope. I'm done. I'm done. I'm turning the game off. We're done. We are done. Games, we're done. We're not figuring out what happened to your wife yet. Okay. Man. It's a shame that this didn't happen on the overworld because I know we just made a promise that we were going to beeline the story. So that would have left like things to do just in case this happened. And we were midway through a fucking mission. This is so upsetting. Anybody tuning in, I apologize at this point. This is incredible. Been recently playing back all the Metal Gears. I'm at 3 right now. Played Metal Gear 1 stoned once. That was fun. Played Metal Gear 2 stoned this morning. Yeah. It might be becoming a bit of a bad habit. I got to cut back. Regardless, it couldn't like unless your brain literally does not get affected by pot, like because your motor skills are pretty much shot on shit if you get too high. It's got to be like a game that's spectacle enough to be fun, but challenging enough to be engaging. Sifu would probably be fun high. Any of the Metal Gears, I assume, would be also fun. Yakuza, maybe. But most of the point of Yakuza is enjoying the world and the story and the side missions. So you got to pay attention to those. So they'll either be the funniest fucking thing in the world, high on pot, or just boring. Don't think Gears. Maybe Gears 4, because that's like an easy game. It's taken a while. I have this game called Bleed. Bleed 2, because Bleed was on the original. I almost said original Xbox, Xbox 360. I'm not fucking cottonmouthed right now. Jeez. But Bleed 2, the original game was on the 360 back in the day, I do believe. What do you mean I do believe? It was on the indie game marketplace. But I actually have that game. That one's a fun game. It's all Technicolor. It's like a side-scrolling twin stick shooter. It's really cool. Really, really fun too. Plays this pink-haired broad with like machine pistols, and you just like jump around the world, like shooting at stuff. It's all like kitsch and like pixel art and really fun. Really fast and frenetic too. So you might struggle with that one. God. He hasn't texted me or anything. I tried to play Limbo High. That was a that was a weird day. Um, text him real quick. It works on my end. Give me a couple of minutes. God dang it. Man. Final Fantasy 14 would probably be fun to play high. But don't always play video games high. Like if you're high on pot like 24/7, that would rot your fucking brain so quick. It's like being drunk 24/7. Don't do that to your fucking self. It's always supposed to be like a momentary pleasure. You're not supposed to be like that all day. Don't do it at work, for Christ's sake. There's a lot of people who can't help but fucking smoke pot at work. I don't understand that trend. That shit terrifies me. Honestly. I know technically you can get a DUI for it, but I don't know. I haven't seen too many cases where people have been busted for smoking pot on the job. Like in like driving jobs and stuff. Well, driving in general, really. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. I don't even watch the news anymore. It just bums me out. Mostly just trying to go back through a record of the stuff that I've played fucking half cocked. Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 2. I'm actually staring at a copy of Alan Wake. That would be fun. Batman Arkham, that'd be fun. I played Halo High. That's a little more tricky though. I played a lot of games high now that I'm just realizing. Then again, like if I'm enjoying myself playing a video game, I'd rather be sober. If I've played a game before and I don't care, that's when I say like toke up and do it. But if you're experiencing something for the first time, or if you just want to enjoy the experience of playing a video game, leave substance out of it. It's just not worth it. It's not a fix all. It makes things better.
All right, Fred. We're gonna have to cut the stream. I gotta tell you what happened. No, listen. So you know how I said I had to go test something? It wasn't this connection. That's a completely different issue. I'm gonna have to figure out. I had like a pain in my stomach, and I was gonna say like I got to do a bathroom break. I got up there and I projectile vomited.
Okay, we're cutting the stream short tonight.
I don't know what caused it. I'm laughing, but I'm also in pain right now. I'm so sorry.
Take care of yourself. No, you're good. You probably just overstressed yourself and worked yourself up.
I'll tell you,
we'll try this again later.
She had eggplant with the chicken, and I'm wondering if I had a bad piece of eggplant because I've been into a piece and it tasted kind of bitter, and I'm wondering, which means I don't think this is it. I think I might not. I think I might be about to do more than vomiting, so I gotta let you go. Oh.
Okay, just take care of yourself, buddy. I guess we'll stop this.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Godspeed. Once I'm done with my botulism, I will let you guys know, and we'll pick this up soon. I'm sorry. Oh Jesus.
Fucking the start like 5 black
Yeah, let me
stars aligned or
you wrap up
something.
the stream, but I'm gonna have to